Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Makakwadash, and shalom to my AHPARYAM, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from the spinal captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, we're going to go into this thing, fair use, as well as, I'm not saying anything, alright? All I'm doing is sharing this video, alright? And talking a bit about it. I'm not imposing anything. I'm not giving anyone any medical advice, alright? So right quick, we're going to go into this thing. Title of this video, do you regret getting a certain something, alright? Now, first thing I want to point out is, in this video, this guy, funnily enough, is only interviewing Jake. I think that's a bit weird. I kind of hoped he would ask a bigger sample size, but outside of that, in this video, there go. Well, let's let it play for a bit.
Hey guys, Aldo here with in California. I'm going to be asking people if they got the COVID-19 vaccine, if they regret it, and how their perception of the media has changed since 2020. Let's go see what people have to say.
So, okay, just again, I don't understand why is he asking. Why do you go to Compton just as specifically as Jake? I think that's a bit weird, but oh well.
Today we're talking about the COVID-19 vaccine. Did you get the vaccine?
I sure did.
Yes.
I did.
Yes, I did.
What influenced your decision to get it?
Fear of me getting COVID again, because I had COVID. It wasn't fun.
I just had confidence in, the system.
Because I had to for work.
Well, it was required at my job. I wouldn't have had a job. Used to work for the Los Angeles Unified School District.
Slocky, I also want to, now, right quick, one thing I just noticed is that usually with Esau, when it comes to the whole jab situation, there's usually two different types of people, or three. Okay, the first one is people that are still kind of like researching, and there's the people that are like primarily wholeheartedly against it. This is one of the bigger two factions of Edomites. And then the second biggest faction of Edomites are the people that are all for it. All right. So, with that, Jake, we really, in general, we just don't care enough to be a part of that, or we're all against it, or we're all for it. All right. Except, for some of us that are actually in the know, we are fully against it because we know of, I'm not going to speak too much, but you basically understand what I'm trying to get at. All right. So for the most part, yes, we're going to be against a certain something, but most Jakes out there, they're just going to be like, I just got it just because I was required to. If I wasn't required to, I wouldn't have gotten it or anything like that. All right. So let's continue, let the thing play. But Saki, the thing is, like, for him to go and interview and ask these people this, it's kind of like a pointless thing, because you're just going to get a whole bunch of people that are going to say they either got it because they were forced to, or like it's just like, I don't trust it, or I just never trusted the thing. And it's not even really deep for most Jakes. Okay, it's just a matter of, okay, well, I didn't want to take it. I didn't have to take it at that point in time, or I was able to maneuver past it, so I didn't take it. Or it's a sense of, well, I had to, or else I was going to be, I was going to be poor or broke or whatnot. All right. So it's like, this was kind of a pointless video, but let's keep going. It was kind of pointless for him to do it. And that's what I'm trying to get at. But nonetheless, this does kind of show us the mindset that Jake has. Slakia, by the way, that I keep on bringing stuff up, but this kind of shows us the mindset that Jake has, all right, when it comes to, the Esau's laws and structures and whatnot, where Jake, all right, they don't really, like, they're not really alert, all right, they're not really alert or informed on a lot of the things that they need to be doing. All right. So as a result of that, they're just going to say, okay, well, the government told me that I have to take it, so I'll take it. And that this also extends to the MLTB, all right, where they're going to go and take that, and then they're just gonna be like, and then like they're just gonna take it. They're not gonna truly understand all the warnings that the prophets have been doing for the longest time. All right.
Retiring at the time, it wasn't worth the risk.
Majority of African Americans do a lot of first responder jobs that their jobs push them to do. I don't think that nobody wanted to be the guinea pig.
I never took the COVID-19, and I mean, I wash my hands and keep myself together.
Slocky, that was another thing. I don't know if you heard it, but during 2020, that was when a lot of people were just basically getting exposed for not washing their hands in general. All right, I've literally seen people like, and Slocky, funnily enough, I literally talked about this with the brother I think yesterday. Yesterday, where I just told him I saw this video a while back where this Edomite chick literally said that when she's in the shower, all she does is just let the water hit her. She doesn't do anything to like wash herself. All right, and I'm over here thinking like, this bitch is nasty. Like, this is the commonality of Edomite women, where they don't wash themselves, they don't wash their ass, they don't even wash their bodies. Like that is disgusting. And this is the thing, for the mass majority, people view women as like, oh, they're always good, they do all the right stuff, they do what they're supposed to do. Okay, especially like if you were a child and you went to like school and whatnot, it's usually the girls, that are, like teacher's pet and doing all the shit that they're supposed to be doing and whatnot. But like that was like a wake up call for me to really show, like outside of stuff like being adultery and being whores and stuff like that, outside of that. But it was really a wake up call for me to see it that it doesn't just start in these extremist things like adultery, but it also applies to these smaller things where they are dirty as shit. They aren't doing like basic things like, are they brushing their teeth? Are they wiping after they use the bathroom? Are they these are the type of questions that got me thinking, like, are they doing these types of stuff? Are people actually? And Slocky, this has just become a huge rant, okay? But the thing is, the reason why this is a huge issue to me is because when I was a kid, okay, I was taught, okay, I was taught by other non-Edomite and what's it called? Jake ethnic people, like in the schools, public bathrooms and whatnot. All right, hey, do you don't have any water in there to wipe your ass and whatnot? Like, this is the type of stuff that westernized people do. Okay, I don't know about I guess the so-called Asians, the Moabites and Ammonites. I don't know about them, but I think they have bidets and stuff like that. But in general, Esau, Edom, and I kind of want to say sometimes Jake, when they're following after Esau, Edom, they don't do enough to take care of their hygiene. All right, so it's freaking non-Edomites and primarily non-Edomites, because obviously, like, I'm over here washing my hands. I always grew up as a germaphobe. All right, the point is to stop talking about that, but the point is that people in the West, they are so dirty. They don't wash their ass when they take a shower. They don't wash their ass when they're using the bathroom and whatnot. It's like, this is the filth that's in Babylon. All right, and then people wonder why, oh, they get sick and whatnot. Okay, it might not be because you got a deadly disease. This might be that you're nasty. All right, let's continuing on.
I don't hang out with knuckleheads.
What influenced your decision to not get the vaccine?
What was not part about getting it is just, just me as a black person, we have home remedies, grandmother. So, hey, man, I rolled that out.
Do you regret your decision to not get the vaccine?
No, I don't. At the end of the day, guess what? I'm still walking and talking.
When they
And that's the thing. That's what happened. He literally showed, like, yeah, at the end of the day, like, I'm still good. Like, how could you regret not taking it when nothing happened as a result of it? All right. And again, this is not any medical advice. He's just stating a fact. All right. Romans chapter 3 verse 4. Let me get context. Verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Okay, so let the words of Yahawadah, SHAMAIWAN, be true. Okay, when the Lord told you through his prophets, don't take the you-know-what, all right, you're going to be all right, everything's going to be fine, all right. What happened? We got through it through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, all right. But for those that didn't believe, then, oh, maybe you're suffering one way or another, all right. I saw a lot of different things that I'm not going to go say over, but there's something about, a man's rod, the one of the two abilities of a man's rod that basically gets stunted as a result of taking said jab, as well as the very famous breakfast meal that people say, bacon with inside women, that gets that stops working for women, all right. So let's continue on.
they stuck me, like my soul jumped out.
I want to show you one clip from the media talking.
That's I'm not gonna lie, like that was kind of wild for her to say. Like she felt like her soul jumped out. That's kind of weird, but I don't know. I'm not saying anything about that, but just something to take note of, I guess.
Soul jumped out.
I want to show you one clip from the media and get your reaction to it. Does that sound all right?
Our data from the CDC today suggests, that vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person.
Do you trust her?
No.
All right, Slakia, continuing on.
Because even after I got the
All right, so yeah, that she just lied, because there was millions of people that were stating that even when you get the you can still contract it and spread it. All right, so like this, that Esau is basically perpetually lying, number one, as well as the fact Esau is perpetually lying, as well as the fact that that's Slakia. Esau is perpetually lying, trying to get, as well as trying to condition people to following after his thing. Okay, like we are conditioned to believe and follow what he said, or else we can't participate in society. All right, and this is the wickedness of Esau, Edom. Okay, they're slowly taking away that that choice that he so vehemently pushes, or states that we have, when in actuality it's not the case.
I still did get COVID, but it just wasn't as bad. So I don't think that's true. That's why I still say be skeptical of our government.
Black man, black woman, black people, period, don't trust nobody in your suit, man.
Most black people don't trust anybody. They just think everybody's out to get us. So,
Do you think more Americans should be skeptical of the government and media?
Always, yeah. But definitely always do your own research.
Knowing what you know now, would you still get the COVID vaccine if you got to do it again?
Well, if it was an outbreak like this, like it was the last time, of course.
Yeah, I kind of regret getting the vaccine.
Tell me why.
I feel like I had 3 grandparents pass away, and I just feel that it has something to do with that.
I wasn't happy about it. I don't like anybody really making decisions for me. Especially when we live in a society that's supposed to be free choice.
Do you think the media did a good job delivering truth to the people?
I don't think the media does a great job of delivering truth. I think the media does a great job of agendas.
That's a good question. Pay attention to none of it.
They did a great job. It was great marketing.
They've played the point of trying to get ratings. They've played the role of setting a certain agenda, setting a certain tone, and not really being true to the facts.
But us as black folks, it's home remedy, boss.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, basically, you see, you get that. The thing is, a lot of them, and I really don't want to, I really hate talking badly about Jake, but, sometimes you have to be brutally honest, all right? Jake is just, at times, so stupid, all right? You know what? I don't know why I'm acting like that. Slakia. Yeah, I'm not gonna be, soft. Jake is just stupid. They're uneducated. They don't take any precaution to think, maybe this is not the right thing. Okay, outside of just outside of the warnings of the prophets, because when the prophets are telling you something, and that's when things get a lot easier. Okay, as well as the fact that oftentimes, say for me, for example, if I ever, tried to convince someone, I would always, try to push out the whole, certain evidence, right? One of the pieces of convincing pieces of supporting evidence was the fact that the government was saying that if even if you take it, you can still contract and spread it. So that's just the only people that really suffered from it, all right, are people that want to go out and be demons, all right? These are the real problems. Yes, there are people that need to go out to work and stuff like that, but outside of those necessities, there is the whole matter of people needing to go out, people wanting to go outside, Slakia, and doing a whole bunch of wild stuff. All right, and that's where the whole issue with quarantine comes from. All right, now with that, Isaiah 32:30, Slakia, from the top. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Now this is the issue. This is the problem. Okay, Jake, they, because of their lack of educating themselves in certain areas, like the you know what, all right, because they don't educate themselves in order to make a decision on their own in that field, they just say, okay, well, I'm just gonna trust the government, because the government, they're the ones that signs that can hold my paycheck and do this, that, and the third. And as a result of that, they end up trusting in the wrong person. They don't trust in YAHAWAH. All right. One of the biggest things is praying and calling on the Lord and asking for guidance, as well as the fact that, once again, the prophets were out there. All right. Now, one of the biggest things, like by Slakia, I'm right now, like, I don't know, like, I think I messed up, and I'm trying to get back in the spirit right now. So Slakia, if I'm not flowing as well as I need to be, Yahawadah, these next videos, okay, I'm gonna hit a bunch of videos this week. I'm gonna do a video a day, Yahawadah, and I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna be better in the spirit. So Slakia, forgive me for my video, this lackluster video for today. But nonetheless, we're gonna try to get back in the spirit and correct ourselves. So there you have us being in this truth. All right, when you are in this truth, Slakia, especially if you are in this truth and you took the thing, then like that's once again showing that your lack of faith, your lack of trust in YAHAWASHI. All right, let me get that. Okay, the water YAHAWASHI, call limelight YAHAWASHI for that precept and hearing me. This is the thing. Ask the Lord for the faith. You have to ask the Lord for faith. Ask the Lord for fire. All right, let me get this. Bear with me. I know what I want, the faith. Crazy. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. All right. There's also Luke chapter 17. Alright, so this is them speaking to Yahawashi. Bear with me. Yep, it is. Verse 1. Then said he unto the disciples, it is impossible but that the offenses will come, but woe unto him through whom they come. It is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he cast into the sea, than that he should offend one of these little ones. Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him, and if he repent, forgive him. And if he trespass against thee 7 times in a day, and 7 times in a day turn again to thee, saying, I repent, thou shalt forgive him. And the apostle said unto the Lord, increase our faith. All right. This is the thing. What they did, they were asking Yahawashi to increase their faith. Okay, so when we pray, okay, one thing that I'm recommending you to do when you pray is ask the Lord for more faith. Faith isn't something that you just have. All right, and now Slakia, I want to get into a couple of anecdotes. All right, because for me personally, to be honest, okay, we're gonna be completely honest here. I used to just hear some good stuff from brothers, and I take their advice literally, even if I don't, not literally, but very seriously, even if I don't fully understand it. Like I still have faith through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. All right, that they love me just as I love them, just as they love Yahawashi. So for having that love for one another, we're going to have our best interests at heart, and we're going to do the best for each other. We're not going to lead one another astray. So one thing is, when brothers are telling me, you gotta ask for faith, ask for this and the third. Okay, pray for faith. Okay, pray for patience. Pray for all these good things. Okay, when I'm praying, I hope that now that I'm verbalizing this, I don't forget it when I'm praying. But the thing is, all right, like when you ask for faith, you have to ask for when you're asking for faith, and you're asking for wisdom and knowledge and stuff like that. What's going to happen, or how you're going to get that, is the Lord's going to put you through trials and tribulation. Okay, because let me get that as well, because that's how you increase. Slakia, that was so. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So when we are put through hardships, that's what's making us grow in this truth. That's what's making us grow in faith, in wisdom. All right, that's how we know how to deal with certain things. Okay, so for me personally, I've been going through more recently. Okay, within these past few months. Okay, I've been going through it. All right, things have been tough for me, but at the same time, even though I'm not saying that things got better, but like things have been hard, but at the same time, while things have been hard, the Lord made it so that there are little pockets of good where I can actually appreciate that I notice the improvement. All right. And the thing is, it's not an improvement physically or carnally, but while yes, there are some physical and carnal improvements, but the more important improvements was the spiritual improvements, and I can feel it. I can see the spiritual improvements, because there are times when I'm just not as spiritual or attentive. Okay, but now I'm starting to see things a lot easier, a lot better now. Like it's like more clear to me. All right. I'm able to understand, the spiritual signs, and whereas the me, 6 months ago, I wouldn't have ever understood or seen like what exactly does that mean. All right, and that's the beauty of how the Lord is. Like it's like you're playing a video game. All right, a video game with complex mechanics. All right, there are these big mechanics and stuff like that, and when you see like professionals, if you see a professional play a super hard game and whatnot, all right, you see them doing all these stuff and being super pros, and then when you play that, you can't do any of that stuff. But as you are losing and you're dying over and over again, but you're playing, you're gaining that experience, you're leveling up. All right, you're slowly getting to the point where you're gonna be able to get to that super pro level. All right, and that's the thing with the spiritual side of things. If you actually and so okay, that's the thing. Like if you are in this truth, you can't just be satisfied with watching brothers' videos once or twice a day and stuff like that. You actually have to be learning and retaining the information for yourself. All right, and that was one of the things that actually I don't even think. Well, maybe it is a bit. Yeah. That was, I guess, at the very start, the first year for me being this truth, I would just watch videos thinking like, okay, well now this is what I have to do. Like this is what the Lord wants. The Lord just wants me to read and learn from these teachers and whatnot. But as time went on, I went farther and further into truth. I finally heard some brothers say, "Hey, you gotta go learn, not learn, and then go out and teach, go out and preach." All right, and like, okay, like, wow, like I'm like, wow, like I didn't know like this was needed from me. I didn't know I had to do this. I didn't think that I had to do that. I had the responsibility. I thought like the Lord was only dealing with like some super Israelites or some special men. Like the Lord had to come down and speak to them in a dream and stuff like that. Like no, all right. It's not. It's a lot simpler than what we actually think. And the thing is, for me, I'm gonna Alright, so the thing is, I've heard many different brothers, alright? I'm gonna say straight like this. I've heard brothers say that, people aren't watching videos to get edified. They're watching videos just to be entertained, alright? Like, they see brothers out on the highways and byways, but they're not actually studying the lessons, okay? So when I'm doing when people are doing videos like this, when they're dealing with facts and stuff like that, you have to actually be taking notes, actually trying to learn, trying to comprehend stuff, rather than just say, oh wow, they just cut this Edomite and whatnot. Like, no, all right. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is this ties in with this. Okay, when you get to that point, when you are that wise, okay, when you're that informed in this truth, then times like this, okay, you're gonna already know what the correct answer is to do when it comes to stuff like the jab and the MOTB. You're gonna know not to take it. You're gonna be aware of Satan's snares and traps, and you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay. Psalm chapter 118 verse 8: it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. All right, we can't be trusting in what Esau Edom says. We have to trust in the words of YAHAWASHI. All right, and the Lord is guiding us, and we need to make the word of the Lord a part of us. All right, we have to make it second nature, because honestly, that's how you truly worship and make the Lord your God, when you know damn near everything of what the Lord would say in a certain situation. That you have that saying, WWJD, what would Jesus do? All right, that's what the Christians say. And the thing is, even the Christians, they don't know fully and truly what Yahawashi would do in certain situations. All right. So, but for us being this truth, when you familiarize yourself with the scriptures, then you would know, and then you act accordingly. Okay. Obviously, there's gonna be some certain instances where it's gonna get a little harder for you. All right. But the thing is, the Lord is pushing you through all these uncertainties and all these hardships for you to be, even wiser, for you to be able to say, okay, you know what, I dealt with this before, now I know in this certain gray area I can take this route, and this is the correct answer. This is how you settle this issue. All right, this is the thing. This is how the Lord is building us through faith. All right, this is how the Lord is building us in wisdom and in knowledge. Okay, so definitely ask for faith, definitely ask for wisdom and knowledge, but also understand that, as you're asking for that, and I'm not saying don't ask for that, still ask for that. Regardless of that, do not be afraid of hardships, okay? We need to accept that. Okay, let me get that. Sirach chapter 2, okay, of course I don't have it. Why is it that? Let's get this. Let me try this. So Sirach chapter 2, from the top: my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Okay, so when you are trying to be a servant of the Lord, Yahawadah, you're supposed to expect, keyword expect, hardship and tribulations. All right, things are not going to be sweet. So even then, you still ask, and speaking to myself first and foremost, we still ask for faith, wisdom, and knowledge to know how to get through the things. Okay, and this video today is more so a video for me, because not necessarily a video, but me speaking to myself to get back into get back on fire, get back into the spirit of doing things. I was being lazy. I'm not gonna admit. I will admit. And Yahawadah, I stopped doing that. All right, like that was wrong of me, and I'm making a change now to be better and do better. Yahawadah. So Slakia for being a slacker. To the spirit, probably I'm gonna do better now. Now with that, let's go. Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. All right. So with that, going back, with the whole, the prophets warning you, all right, as well as not listening to the word of Yahawadah, because hey, there have been many a time when I feel like the Lord has been speaking to me, telling me to do X, Y, and Z, and then I'm over here being a slacker. I'm like, no, I don't feel like it. I don't want to. Like, maybe I don't need to. And so maybe that's not actually the Lord and whatnot. When I know damn well at times, that this is definitely the Lord speaking. All right, so that's on me. Okay, and I'm willing to admit that, and I'm going to change. Yahawadah, this is the week where you start to see better, more videos, better, being better more on fire and whatnot. Not necessarily better quality, because I don't know how. I mean, it's not really much to do unless I have money, which I don't. For like stuff, but you don't really need that. Okay, the main thing is better quality of being in the spirit, a better quality spirit. That's the thing. Okay, so being as we're getting more into the spirit, you have to take the word of Yahawadah seriously and sincerely desire. Let me get that as a matter of fact before ending out. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 2, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. Okay, desire the sincere milk. Start growing. If you're new in the truth, if you're young in the truth, or you've been young in the truth for a while now, start growing. Start getting that milk. All right, just start drinking that milk. Start actually doing something. Don't just say, oh, I support brothers by watching the videos, I share the videos. Okay, like it doesn't just end with that. All right, now there are going to be times when maybe brothers can't teach. Maybe a brother's not good at teaching, which that's fine. Maybe the Lord did not assign you that lot, but you still have to learn. You still have to do the best that you can to assimilate the wisdom and knowledge on yourself. All right, so going back into this, like this video is a perfect way to show that our faith was rewarded, because we're alive. Number one, we're alive, right? We're safe, we're taken care of, we're making it through the society. So for this period, probably Yahawadah, things are continue to go get. We're still gonna continue to get by. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.